question, of course, is One Piece. One Piece is what's good, and we got a One Piece live stream, kind of a follow-up live stream for chapter 956. And we're here with Frozen Dawn. What's up, bro?
What's good, man?
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah. You were saying something?
yeah, I was just gonna say like this is the Frozen Dawn, Tom. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, cool. So this stream's kind of like 956 with the Warlord abolition, the Warlord system, just Shikibukai abolition system. That's gonna have a lot of ripples all over the One Piece world, if you know what I'm saying. That's just kind of
Yeah,
gonna go to every single corner because the Warlords are supposed to be one of the three balancing powers, even though, to be honest, I don't even really see how they balance the world out that much because they're kind of just an extension of the world government.
I agree.
So when
Uh,
people are
yeah,
So I guess part of the reason it's kind of a big deal, well, it's a big deal, but it doesn't seem as much of a big deal as people are making it out to be. I kind of feel like the warlords are going to have to do with something dating back to the Void Century, and that's why it's such a big deal, and it's a bigger deal than we're thinking. But the warlords, just individually, I just kind of want to discuss right now, at least for now, where do you see the warlords going? Like each of the warlords, like take Boa Hancock for example. Her island's surrounded by marines, and even if she ends up beating them back, what's she gonna do? She can't hold them off forever. You know what I'm saying? Where do you like envision Hancock going?
that's a good question. I don't believe she has any way of communicating with Luffy. Maybe Rayleigh, and that would be interesting to see. Maybe like I don't know, get in contact with Rayleigh. Maybe he comes through and like he settles. He finds like a place for them to settle. You know what I mean? Or they can defend their territory to the death, and like maybe maybe the Reds have to call for backup. You know what I mean? Because like they're all spread out, and like there's not enough men for like a whole army of Amazon Lily women. You know what I mean?
That's true, but I actually kind of envision them possibly going to Wano. So I know a lot of people are always saying this
I
person's going to
wanna.
Wano, this person's going to Wano. Even at one point, I was saying Enel might show up to Wano because of the half moon tattoos and he lives on the moon. That's a bit of a stretch. I still kind of believe it, but that's a whole different story. But now that we know X Drake is part of Sword and you have Kobe contacting him, I feel like the information might get leaked. So I could see them going to Wano, but I'm not quite sure on that. You think they
That'd
go
be
to Wano?
interesting. That'd be
That
interesting.
that would be interesting
I don't know.
somewhat. See
I
Hancock
don't know
versus
how long.
Luffy. Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad.
I don't know how long it would take them to get to Wano. I know, like they got special sea creatures that takes them, across the Congo belt and whatnot. That would be very interesting because, like, I know, like the Navy have, mechanisms on their ships that makes them go past the Congo belt, safely, smoothly. Um,
Uh
it'd
huh.
be very interesting to see if they follow Boy Hancock to Wano. You know what I mean? Like after they
Right,
get wrecked. You know what I mean? Because like they're bound to get wrecked. Because like there's no way that you're taking that Boy Hancock just that easily. You know what I mean?
right. Because some people are kind of putting Ball Hancock on a way lower level than she should be. I kind of am putting her on the tier of like Doflamingo or something. But some people are saying she's like Nami level, and I kind of think that's very disrespectful and super underrating.
Oh yeah, very, very disrespectful.
What level would you put Hancock on?
What level?
Like how strong you
I
think
say
she is?
I say she's past Moria.
Thinks past Moria? Like
Yeah,
the Moria we've seen, or most warlords are past Moria, like Moria and Crocodile. Crocodile's probably past Moria. Prime Moria is a different story. But what did you think of that Mihawk scene?
what I think of Mihawk scene? Oh, I enjoyed it. I like that he got interested again in like the thrill of being chased. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's been missing that for like a while. Even though Zero is on the rise to becoming like the world's greatest swordsman. I mean, of course he got to face Mihawk again, but I mean, just the time passed Miyagi just been chilling. He just been
He
waiting for a challenge
he kind of
or
has. He
a
gives off the
or
vibe
a
of
thrill.
just really bored. He just
Yeah,
always seemed like a bored guy. Like right now, they just sent a ton of vice admirals after him, which I don't think makes a ton of sense. I'm kind of feeling like they're probably gonna send an admiral after them or after him or something like that.
I
If an
wouldn't.
admiral went at which admiral do you think would be most suited for going after Mihawk? I'm kind of thinking they'll
Me,
probably send Fujitora if they were to send an admiral.
I mean, Fujitora will be fine, but I was thinking more of the lines of Kizaru or Green Bull. I want to see what Green Bull can do in a situation like
Yeah,
that.
I
He
think a
met,
lot of people want to see what Green Bull can do. But if
I feel like. Go ahead.
I was saying if Kizaru sent anywhere, I feel like it's going to be to Wano since he already kind of wanted to go to Wano in the first place when
Yeah,
he was when he was
you're right.
asking what's his I just forgot Sakazuki's name for a second. When he was asking Sakazuki about that, I'm kind of feeling if he gets deployed anywhere, it's probably going to be to Wano, and he probably is going to be deployed to Wano. But if they're sending somebody after Mihawk, it's probably going to be Fujitora or Green Bull. And I agree with you. I kind of want to see Green Bull's abilities since there's nothing to indicate what his abilities might be. Of course, his name is Green Bull, but then Kizaru's Yellow Monkey and Aokiji's Blue Pheasant, and they don't have monkey or pheasant devil fruits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
But there
would.
was this. Keep going for a sec.
Far as sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a picture or image of Sakazuki with a sword on his left. Wait, is it right or left? It's
It
probably
was
his
his
right.
right. It was his
It was
right.
his,
That's
yeah, it
not
was
left.
his right arm.
It was his right
I'm
arm.
not sure. I'm not sure if he's connected completely towards like the leadership of Sword, or is he just a part of Sword? You know what I mean?
Mm. I
Like
don't
a
think it's part of
cognate.
sword.
You don't think he's part of Sword? You
Well,
think
because
Oda
like,
just drew it there?
what I actually think. Well, for the first thing, Kobe and X-Ray, they seem to be like more respectful of Marine Sword. Some people are even thinking Sword isn't even necessarily a Marine organization. It's an organization within the Marines of like the good Marines. No, I'm not sure how much I support that. But you know Big Doc Anime or Anime Jam, he just changed his name to Big Doc Anime. You know him?
I do not. I might have to check him out
He
if he got
posts
some good stuff.
promo in BDA and Freedom State and Silver Server and all that. But he actually made an interesting video. He was saying he thinks Aokiji is part of Sword, and the reason the sword was on Akainu's arm is like to say Aokiji because Akainu
Oh,
defeated Aokiji. And it would kind of make sense Aokiji leaving the Marines. He didn't completely leave them. He kind of went like X-Drake and went away as part of Sword. I think that'd make a pretty good amount of sense.
yeah, I can see that. If he
I'm not
did make, if he did, like, wouldn't Smoker be a part of that as well?
that's Smoker probably would be part of that, but I feel like since Sword almost seems like a good CP almost because CP and Sword are both kind of off the charts. People don't really know about them. Or CP9, like CP's 1 to 8, and I think CP02, the public kind of knows about them. CP9 is the one that's kind of off the map. I feel like some Marines wouldn't want to be part of that. They'd want to be in the spotlight. And Smoker definitely wants to be in the spotlight. He wants to be an admiral or something so he can chase down Luffy. So I don't think that kind of position would appeal to Smoker.
I'm still questioning, like, where does Smoker go from here? Like, it's been a while since we've seen Smoker since, Just Rosa. I mean, not Just Rosa, but Punk Hazard. And I wouldn't necessarily know if he's back, and ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, of course, it's been weeks or months since the time
About a
from
month or two,
Punk
like
Hazard. Yeah, about a
month and
month
a
or
half.
two. Yeah, but like, do you think he's risen up the ranks like Kobe, or do you
Yeah,
feel
because
like he's what do you
I
feel like he's doing?
I kind of feel like Smoker. He's probably just chilling with Fujitora right now because we know Fujitora technically can't really go on a marine base. I feel like Smoker's probably gonna be tagging along with Fujitora since they both wanted the Shikibukai system demolished. But I think that Smoker might have risen up in the ranks like Kobe because Rear Admiral is the fourth highest rank in the Marines, right? And Kobe, before the
Yes.
Reverie, he was a captain, and then he went up 2 ranks after that and became a Rear Admiral. So at first, people thought it was a typo, and then it was confirmed not to be a typo. I think we're gonna find out that Kobe fought some crazy opponents. Maybe not crazy opponents, but he fought some opponents and did something fairly big in the Reverie, which is why he shot up 2 ranks in like a week. And Smoker
Yeah.
might have done something similar. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing when I saw that. I was like, damn, Kobe.
Yeah, I was like, 2 ranks, you're rising up in the ranks. Speaking of characters we haven't seen in a long time, that Buggy scene though, I kind of was hoping Buggy changed at least a little bit, but
Yeah,
I don't
Buggy.
know.
I feel like Buggy's gotten bigger, a lot bigger. I feel like from that cover spread, from the color page that we had saw of Buggy getting fed by Luffy, and like Luffy been, I think he almost got fed by, and then Bolo Hancock was feeding Smoker. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Smoker may come to Wano as well, which I'm hoping for because like I've been waiting to see him, and I want him to see the progression of Luffy to feel inspired again and like want to chase after him again and want to climb up the ranks to like catch him.
Yeah, because Smoker, I actually saw this interesting theory by Ben Beckman. I don't know if you remember him or know him. He used to have 25K subs, but he was a text channel, so he made a new channel for his voice since YouTube demonetized text channels and all that called Ben Black. He made an interesting. He basically figured out what Smoker's admiral name would be if he became an admiral. That was pretty cool. Smoker's name would probably be Shiroryu because White Dragon, because Smoker's personality kind of fits the Zodiac Dragon. So
Yeah.
Smoker climbing up the ranks. If he climbs up the ranks, I kind of want him to be an admiral. Before I go on, who do you think the new gen admirals will be?
Well, for sure, Kobe. Kobe. Maybe Smoker, of course. I think Drake could be a admiral. I mean, maybe. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Because
Maybe.
maybe you know what the new characters. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy to put them out there, but like they were hyped up during the reverie. You know what I mean? I forget the woman name. The woman in the man's.
Oh, Momosagi and Chatten.
Okay, okay. Momosaki and Chad.
Yeah,
I feel
Momosagi.
like
That would actually already be her admiral name because Momosagi means pink rabbit. So if she becomes an admiral,
okay.
should just still be Momosagi. And and I don't know what his admiral name would be. They appeared in a movie before. I don't remember which movie, but I heard they were in a One Piece movie. So some people are already familiar with them.
Yeah, I heard
But of
about
course,
that.
canon. Of course, movies aren't canon.
Right.
Momosagi also actually kind of has the same tattoo that Shaki has.
Really?
Yeah, the same spider tattoo. So people are making a lot of theories about that. It could possibly mean that there's another marine organization like called Spider or something, and Shaki was once a part of it, and then she defected to the rocks or whatever. I don't know. That would be a pretty interesting thing because Shaki, she's kind of an enigma. She doesn't seem that strong when we saw her, but she's
Yeah,
also seems that strong. Just logically, she should be really strong.
I agree. I agree. I believe Shaggy is really strong. It's
What
kind
tier
of
would you
hard
put?
to go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, what tier would you put Shaki at?
Where would I put Shaggy? Oh, damn. I put it up there with Tsuru, actually, or maybe higher than Tsuru.
Where do you put
I mean,
Suru?
like,
Because
cause like Tsuru and Garp are like close. You know what I mean? Like tactically, Tsuru will be up there, but Garp is fairly up there as well. I
mm-hmm,
mean, I'm not very big on power scaling or scaling people,
mm,
but I got a good sense of where I will place people, in the scaling of One Piece.
the scale of One Piece. So
Yeah.
back to the abolition of the warlord system. So once the system's been demolished, that's supposed to just send ripples across the whole world. Where do you see those ripples going? I'm thinking there's probably gonna be the fall of some countries since their warlords are now gone. If there's any other countries like that, like for example, the Kuja Empire, since they're at least gonna have to move at this point, they can't stay in the same place.
I feel like since they were isolated, like around the Calm Belt, nobody will bother going over there again if they're defecting from that place. I feel like for bugging them, I feel like they may have stumbled onto an island that was inhabited by people, and like they were being, fearful for their lives, and like now that she should oh damn, my bad. Shishibukai is now abolished. I feel like they're gonna have to rise up again, like after the aftermath of bugging them defecting as well. And Blackbeard. Blackbeard had his own island, and I don't know what it was before Blackbeard had got there, or was it like Whitebeard's territory, which will be interesting enough because it's called when I saw the Viz translation, it was called Full of Lead, and when I saw Buggy's territory, it was called Empty Bluffs. You know what I mean? And it made me think it correlates with the characters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And I
but
feel like go ahead.
nah, you keep going.
And I feel like far as far as Blackbeard, he's willing to go all out. And far as Buggy, he's not willing to back it up. I mean, he's got his men with him, but he's gonna take them
Yeah,
into like the
he was
front lines while he's skedaddled to the back lines and just skirts all the way out. You know what I mean?
right. He was
And
gonna let them take the L while he barely gets away. Like he Buggy, he's
now,
all big now because he just has that giant curtain for
yeah,
clothes
yeah,
that
I
just spreads his
agree.
body out. I think it's
Now,
actually kind of cool. Oh, yeah, go.
now imagine them being able to like actually defeat the Marines and like escaping altogether, and Buggy just being oppressed by his crewmates again. I'm
I
just I'm just thinking out the top.
I'd honestly kind of think that's probably likely to happen because he's got a lot of level threes and level fours on his crew, and I think level fivers too from Impel down. So the level fivers are just below the level six, so that's just below guys like Ace, Crocodile, to guys. They house Yonko level characters in level six, so level six is
Yeah,
kind of really broad. You go from Crocodile to Bullet to Shiki, but Fivers would probably be just under somebody like Ace or Crocodile, so maybe somebody like Frankie. So if you got a lot of Frankie level characters just fighting for you, you're probably gonna be able to bust through the Marines, at least find an opening to cut through.
you're right, right.
So I feel like Buggy's probably gonna escape, and I don't know. I feel like once now that the warlord system's been abolished, you don't want to say everybody's coming to Wano, but now that there's all these warlords running, and by effects, all their allies and all their territories, people, it's just a whole chain reaction of people running. So there's a likelihood they could get a huge ton of people coming to Wano, because even though they've got, what is it, 4,000 people on the alliance, Kaido's alliance got 30,000 beast pirates, no, sorry, 20,000 beast pirates, 10,000 Orochi dudes, and then you got the Big Mom's crew, which is probably like 80 or 70 people, give or
Yeah,
take, maybe even 100, but they're still like her commanders. So they actually have a lot of opposition. So from the ripples of the abolition of the system, you're probably going to get a lot of people running to Wano because of the fact that it's not owned by the world government. So they're going to go to Wano so they won't be able to be touched by the world government. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking that's part of the reason the system was to have the system abolished now, because now they're going to be going to Wano that's not under the jurisdiction of the world government to get away from the world government. Some of the warlords.
it'll be interesting. I feel like I was gonna say something about Buggy again, but I didn't want to, trample over what you was talking about.
Nah, you
It
can go
would
with the
be.
buggy.
I feel like if Buggy did get captured, he would go back to Impel Down, but like I feel like he would escape right after it like going to Impel Down. Like I had like this theory that this small theory that if he went to Impel Down,
Hmm.
miraculously under that crap star that he's under, that devil's luck that he's always getting like caught up in,
Yeah.
like in the mischiefs of misfortunes, but like it always seemed like a blessing at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like
Your
he
word.
found Luffy, at the Impel Down, but like he made it out, you know, out
With
of Impel Down, and like he
with
actually had
nary a scratch.
another, yeah, without a scratch, and like he had crewmates behind him. Like he had made new crewmates and old crewmates formed together with him, and like I feel like if he goes back, he's gonna gain
Yeah.
even more. He's gonna gain
Word.
even more, and like Doflamingo may get out of Impel Down that way. Cause I feel like
Oh,
Bon Clay, because like Bon Clay was there, right, on
yeah.
the cover page of chapter 666,
Yeah, Bon
and
Clay was
like
confirmed to be alive.
yeah, Bon Clay happened to be alive, and I was like, how come Bon Clay is still alive? Because he was supposed to get out in the that full assault attack from Magellan, and like I figured that Magellan probably had one of those bowel movements, and like
Oh, yeah, you're right.
he probably came back down to like his normal form while Bon Clay skedaddled by past him and went back to hiding in the prison. You know what I mean? At level
Yeah.
55 and level 5.5. And I feel like when the time Bucky gets there, maybe like in like a side story arc on the cover page, hopefully like Capone them wraps up. You know what I mean? Like and find Lola, and find the whereabouts of Lola. But I hope that they meet up with each other and like find a pact to break out of Impel Down again and
You're
bring
right.
Doflamingo along with them, along with everybody else.
Yeah, I didn't put that together. And just going on that track, Buggy, we know Buggy's got the devil's luck. So if he's like going around, he frees Bon Clay, who would go with him to get to Luffy or something like that. And if they get to
Yeah,
Doflamingo, if they break Doflamingo out, Doflamingo is so many times stronger than Luffy was when Impel Down. When Luffy broke out of Impel Down, and
yeah,
Doflamingo is like a rival power to Magellan. I think Magellan's probably a little bit stronger, but Doflamingo can definitely contend with him. And don't forget that
right,
Hannibal is now the new warden and Domino's now the new head jailer. Now, I know they weren't super strong pre time skip, but lots of people rose up during the time skip, so they might be a bit of trouble. So we could potentially see a whole cover story Impel Down break, and that would be pretty cool to see because then Doflamingo would get back out, rearrange his crew, get his crew back together, and
yeah,
Buggy would probably go sailing. Bon Clay would probably go try and find Luffy. You could get a lot of stuff out of that.
yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like I was gonna make a video on it, but I never did, and like I don't know, it just stuck with me. But I'm glad
Yeah,
we talked about it today.
yeah. The Buggy is
Now,
Pirate King level. But speaking of memes, there's just I'd say there's four memes, like straight memes in the One Piece world. One,
yeah.
Buggy. Two, Caesar. Three, Wapol. And four, Caribou. I saw lots of people talking about Anel's cover page story, but I was surprised when I got to Wano and saw Caribou was there because I had watched the anime almost up until that point. I watched the anime up until the Katakuri fight, then I kind of just read the rest of my way there. But I did
Yeah.
not realize there was a whole cover story page about Caribou getting to Wano.
Oh, you didn't know?
So no, I didn't. So that was crazy. I actually think Caribou might join the Straw Hats because I know it sounds crazy at first, but you know how Oda said that old enemy would join? Now Bon
Yeah.
Clay could be the old enemy, but in my eyes, Bon Clay was never really an enemy. I know he fought Sanji, but the moment he met the Straw Hats, he became their friend. And then he
Right.
fought Sanji, and then he was like, nah, this is stupid after he lost and helped them escape by sacrificing himself. So in my eyes, he was kind
Right.
of always a friend. He could be the old enemy, but that kind of doesn't seem to fit. And we know Luffy kind of tends to turn bad people good. So the fact that Caribou already has beef with them, and then he kind of could become like better. and he's got a Logia Devil Fruit. Because one thing that's always irked me is the Straw Hat crew does not have a Logia Devil Fruit user. I'm like, they've basically got a Mink at this point. They've got a Fishman. They're
Yeah.
probably gonna get an Okama. I don't know about Bon Clay. They got a shape shifting reindeer. They've got tons of Paramecias, Zoan, but they don't got
Yeah.
a Logia. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
Yeah.
like if Nami doesn't eat the Yuki Yuki no Mi, then it would be a Caribou would be a good fit into the crew. You know what I'm saying? Because even when he was captured by them, he was already being sucked into the rowdy craziness of the Straw Hats. You think Caribou would
Yeah.
join?
It would be interesting. I would like to know like what would be his position and like what would be his dream and aspirations to like want to go out to sea and search for the One Piece with
Right.
them.
I kind of feel like some dreams and aspirations, like Oda's kind of running out of them because even with Jinbei he had his dream was kind of to get the fishermen to go on land, but they're kind of doing that without him, regardless of his journey with Luffy. Like at this point, he joined the Straw Hats because he wanted to sail with Luffy. His dream
Yeah.
was being there with Luffy when Luffy completed his dream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it could possibly be something like that. And with Carrot, she doesn't really have a dream, but I would be so shocked if she didn't join the Straw Hats. And speaking of joining the Straw Hats, there's somebody I think will rejoin the Straw Hats. I think you know who I'm about to say.
Um, rejoin
Yeah.
Jinbei, right?
Nah, Jinbei is already joined. Vivi. Apparently, I thought this was
Oh,
kind of dumb, but Oda did say Vivi was an official Straw Hat member, and I was kind of like, well, that doesn't make a ton of sense to me. But now that we know some big incident happened in Alabasta that probably involves Sabo and Blackbeard's heading over there, I'll talk about Sabo in a minute. And there's this whole theory that Cobra got assassinated and Vivi's on the run. It could be the opportune time for Vivi to join up with the Straw Hats once more. Vivi's so weak, but weak she could have gotten stronger over the time skip, possibly gotten a little bit stronger if she had
yeah,
ulterior plans to join the Straw Hats once more. But also, friendship was always more important than strength in Luffy's eyes from the get go. They just always happened to be strong for the sake of the plot. But I
yeah.
think Vivi could potentially join the Straw Hats again.
That would be interesting. Do you see Luffy going back to Mary Joas or heading back the other way just to save Vivi or Sabo, if possible? I mean, if it comes out in the newspaper that somehow Sabo had attempted to kill Vivi, or the fact that they set up Sabo
Yeah,
to like make it seem like he killed Cobra and maybe ran off away with Vivi. You know what I mean? Like,
or something
what
like
do you
Marine
think?
Corps 2.0. I think after Wano it's definitely possible because after Wano, the only three arcs we know are gonna happen is Raftel, Elbath, and the final
Yeah,
war. But that doesn't mean there aren't gonna be arcs in between. Because I know Oda said One Piece ends in 5 years, but we all know that's like 8 years at the minimum. So there
yeah.
could potentially be an arc because after Wano, I don't know. So first of all, before I say this, do you believe there's a difference between Admiral and Yonko in terms of just like strength?
There's a difference.
You think, or to be more blunt, do you think Yonkos are stronger than Admirals?
Yonkos are stronger than admirals. Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say, right? So the thing is, after Wano, so here's the thing. I know a lot of people are saying Luffy's not going to be Yonko level after Wano, but I think one, he'll at least contend with an Admiral. I'd rather him be contending with an Admiral, but at this point, they're facing two Yonkos, and even if One Piece does end in 10 years, if they got those three arcs, and the last line of war arc should be a ginormous arc, and then if you're trying to squeeze in one or two more, unless One Piece will just go for another 15 years, which I kind of hope it doesn't keep up with it anymore, and Oda kind of wants to look back on the fruits of his work at this point, if Luffy comes out Yonko level after Wano, might be, or even Admiral level, but say Yonko level, there might be a Marineford 2.0 or him going to save Sabo or VB in a different manner, where it's a ton of people just to like prove that this is now a, you know, super
Yeah,
powerful, overpowered Luffy. So I do think the idea is possible.
I don't want to count out Dragon though, just yet. I don't want to count out the fact that Dragon is wanting to confirm that if his second in command is, really, if he did whatever he did in the newspaper, you know what I mean, or if it happened or whatever happened to like him in the newspaper, you know what I mean. I think
Yeah.
he could play a part into like going back towards Mary Joas and looking for Sabo, or
Hmm.
Luffy can do it. I don't know. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but it would make more sense if Dragon got off his tush and like actually made a plan in motion to like secure his second in command and find out the real
Right.
truth behind the paper that Morgan's put out.
So like,
We did forget about Big News Morgan, yo.
yeah, I was gonna talk about him in a sec. Before we do you think
Yeah,
Sabo's dead? Like, I don't think many people think he's dead, but there's only one thing that kind of indicates he could possibly be dead, even though I don't think he is. The fact that Blackbeard said, I don't want to let it fall into the hands of the Navy, we're setting out. The fact that we know after the Marimara no Me for a while could mean
yeah.
Sabo's actually dead. But then again, if the newspaper said he was dead and he wasn't actually dead, that could explain why he's going out. But I think Blackbeard might be after the Marimara no Me. So the newspaper, even if Sabo himself isn't, the newspapers might have said that Sabo is, dead.
I feel like the newspaper made it sound a little bit more than what it should have said, and I
That's
feel
what,
like the fact that go ahead,
and I was saying that's what the newspapers usually do.
yeah, and I feel like far as Blackbeard having the insight to like depicting what's good and what's not, I mean what's true and what's not true. I feel like
Mhm.
he has a good chance. I feel like he has a good head on the shoulders to
He does.
depict like, oh yeah, that's it. That's the mark. That's the blaze. Then like Shin in the High Shin unit where he finds Olays in the war and like he goes to that place. You know what I mean? I feel like Blackbeard's done the same thing and like he
Wait, was
set
that
his
the last
sights on.
chapter of Kingdom?
No, that was not the last
Okay,
chapter of Kingdom.
okay.
I'm not trying to
Because
spoil.
I haven't read the last chapter of Kingdom, and I was like, wait, what?
I'm not even trying to spoil.
Okay, alright.
I'm talking about like way back when he was fighting Gale Un, like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember.
yeah, and like I'm thinking like Blackbeard is gonna like find Pluton, or maybe he might go after Shirahoshi because like even though she's with Garp's not gonna be there forever. Like he's gonna leave, and I feel like Blackbeard has a way to get down under the sea and like sneak his way into Ry- uh, Ryogu, or I think that's what it's called,
Ryugu
Ryogu,
Kingdom. Ryugu.
Ryugu Kingdom, Ryugu Kingdom, and like he may kidnap Shirahoshi because like to be honest, Shirahoshi is Poseidon.
Yeah,
Besides
I
Pluton, Shirahoshi is Poseidon, and like I don't know if too many people know that. I'm curious to
yeah.
see what was telling somebody. You remember that? I don't know if I don't know if you read the cover story, but like Caribou was calling in towards someone, or like he was calling someone to inform them about the weapon Poseidon because he had heard it,
Right.
and I think it was a
I
little bit.
remember.
I think it was a little bit into like the chapters as well when he had overheard it, but he
Yeah,
got stopped by Luffy now. Go ahead.
Shirahoshi gets. I think it's possible because even though Shirahoshi is annoying, Luffy sama, it's really
Yeah.
annoying. But even so,
Okay.
let's be real. He's just by default one of the strongest people, perhaps the strongest individual. Like she's literally Yonko level because if she's Yonko level, if you're in the sea, because even if sea kings are fairly weak. If you get 1,000 Kings coming up at your ship from underwater, I don't care if you Big Mom, Luffy, Blackbeard, or Kaido. Well, if Kaido, you might be able to get your crew on your back and fly away, or Big Mom maybe get a cloud to escape. But either way, your ship is going down, whether you escape or not.
Yeah.
So Shirahoshi's pretty powerful, and that's something Blackbeard could definitely go after.
And think about this. What was the exact? I mean, what was the exact thing that Blackbeard said in that panel? Well, do you remember? Like, what was the exact thing that Blackbeard said?
Of chapter 956?
Yes.
Let me search it out real quick.
Because if it's what I'm thinking right now, it could be that. I want to hear from the chapter though.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the chapter right now. I'm gonna read it word for word. What you mean he says he
Okay.
said. Okay, I'm on 956 right now. Just clicked it. Okay, says
You're breaking up.
of letting it land in the hand of the Marines, I'd rather much take it for myself. That's
Letting
what he
it
says.
fall in the hands of the Marines.
Yeah,
Well,
instead of letting it land in the hand of the Marines, I'd rather much take it for myself.
you see, I was thinking like, what if it was like the national treasure, of Mary Jo Walls? But
Yeah,
like
for
that
real.
would be far. That wouldn't be like it wouldn't be correct. As far as I don't think the Marines would know like such a natural treasure exists, except for Doflamingo, since he did know about it, and that's the reason why he was still empowered and like he roamed freely, and whatnot. If it is what I think that could have been, then it may have something to do with a weapon. You know what I mean? A mass
Yeah.
destruction. And
It could be Sabo, like the headlines could have said anything from Sabo having to do with Pluton to just Sabo dying to just Sabo and the National Treasure or Sabo
yeah.
fighting an admiral or something like that. So yeah, it's a very real possibility. And speaking of the news, what do you think of Big Hands Morgans?
Oh man. Fader News Morgans.
Mm-hmm. Like throwing hands Morgans.
The fact that I just recently found out that he was a Zoan, it made it even more better. Cause like, imagine his
Right,
hybrid form.
right. Because I was saying in my last video, I just released a video today how strong is Big News Morgans. But I was saying in the video, I was shocked, and I think everyone was shocked when he no-diffed the Cypher Pole agent, even though the Cypher Pole, what Cypher Pole he was from, it wasn't specified. It was kind of just like Cypher Pole agent, probably CP9 or CP1 or CP2 or CP3, like CPs 1 to 9. Definitely not
Yeah.
CP0, because he didn't resemble a CP0 agent.
Right.
But Morgans didn't even have a scratch on him, and he just like it was evident that he was supposed to have like knocked him out just like 1-2. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the thing is, I was saying we should have known because, well, especially when we found out he ate the Tortor no Mi model Albatross, and he's always in his hybrid form. And we know hybrid form is the strongest form of his own, so we should have known he would be able to
Yeah.
fight at least a little bit. But the biggest thing is he was introduced as one of the underworld bosses next to somebody like Stussy, and Stussy's a pretty powerful CP0 agent. So at the time, we kind of just assumed he's only an underworld boss because of the influence and the knowledge he possesses, not his strength. But I think it was should have been a bit apparent that he knew how to fight at least somewhat.
And that makes me not want to like shy away from like disowning the fact that Orochi seems to be a lousy character, or a goofy character, just a goofy character. And I feel like he should possibly be strong. You know what I mean?
I think Orochi is actually very strong. I still actually think he might be Zoro's endgame and not he might be Zoro's endgame and not King, because Orochi, we know he's got that ginormous
Yeah,
devil fruit, that crazy devil fruit. It's not a smile, right? It's just a
it's
devil
not a
fruit.
smile.
Yeah, it's just a devil
Yeah,
fruit. So when you got a 8-headed snake dragon devil fruit, you gotta be strong. And I know when he saw Zoro coming at him, he was like, save me. But then again, one, he could be trolling, or two, he could just, because the thing is, like, remember, Kizaru, he's like, when Ben Beckman pointed the gun at him, and Kizaru's like, Ben Beckman, and raised his hands up. Now, of course, I think Ben Beckman is strong, and Ben Beckman was kind of a threat to Kizaru, but you can't tell me that Ben Beckman had Kizaru in checkmate right then. Kizaru could have taken him on. Kizaru was just like, I don't feel like
He
fighting
took
right
on
now.
Rayleigh.
Hmm?
Yeah.
So I'm
I'd say kind of took on Rayleigh. You know what I mean?
right. Right. So I feel like it might be something like that with Orochi, because Oda has done many things. There has only been one Devil Fruit. He let go to enormous waste, but the potential of the Devil Fruit wasn't really. I'm not even sure Oda realized the potential of his own Devil Fruit at the time. The Devil Fruit I'm talking about is Walpole's Devil Fruit, because if you think about it, if Walpole eats Pluton, the man becomes a living Pluton. That Devil Fruit is hacked, but Walpole
Oh
has it. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But
yeah,
so the fact that Oda's like grown much more since the Drum Island arc, and the fact that Orochi's Devil Fruit is hyped up to be strong from the beginning, I'm thinking that Orochi probably will actually be strong, because I don't think Oda would let that big of a Devil Fruit, that strong of a Devil Fruit, go to waste.
I'm curious to see Orochi's hybrid form. I know it's. Have we seen it?
Nah. Well, we saw it through. I'm pretty sure we saw it through the curtains, but I don't really count that as seeing it. It was just the shadows.
And I wonder how tough those snakes are. You know, on Orochi's
Yeah.
back. I wonder if they could carry like big, swords or katanas, and like, you know, be more versatile than like just attacking and grappling and I don't know,
Right.
swallowing or whatnot. You know what I mean?
So Blackleg Vinsmoke, 100K subs, text channel, probably the
I
biggest
do.
One Piece text channel out there.
I
He made
do.
he made a video saying that Orochi's going to be an 8 sword style user against Zoro's upgraded Asura 9 sword style, and I still think that's possibly going to happen, because the way Orochi was hyped up before Wano, I feel like Oda might be trolling us with the whole Orochi's a goofy weakling thing, because Orochi, he's got this hacked up fruit, as I said, and I know he was backed by Kaido when he took over Wano, but he still did take over
Yeah.
Wano, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking and it might be like a Moria thing where he used to be overpowered, but he regressed, and then as Wano progresses forward, he'll go back to what he once was, at least for a little bit. So
Yeah. I
that's
can
what
see that.
I'm kind of thinking that might be what's up with Orochi, but I'm really hoping Zoro fights Orochi and not King, because that'd be really hype. Do you know who I actually hope will fight King? I'm
Sanji.
think I'm thinking, well, could be Sanji, because then again, like, I'm thinking if Orochi's like first hander, if Luffy became Yonko level, I figure Zoro would probably become Admiral level, if we're just going by comparisons, but I'm not sure if Orochi's Admiral level, or if Zoro will be, or if Luffy will become Yonk level. But I'm actually thinking
Right.
Law might take on King, because if you think about it, Law's Devil Fruit. So first of all, Law does use his Appa Appa no Mi, but he is a pretty dang good swordsman. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then King, he obviously uses fire, and he flies around, right? And a
Right.
Law's Devil Fruit is the perfect counter to flying.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that Law might actually take on King, but that's just not a very popular opinion. But I do think
I mean, it's
it's
not.
pretty likely.
I mean, it's not popular, but it's very possible because we don't know who's gonna fade who or who's gonna
Right,
catch the fade, and I'm very anticipated on what's gonna come next, and
right,
I'm looking forward to like all the Straw Hats fighting equally on terms
same,
of like having equal fights and like having actual fights, and even if there
right,
are, and even if some are off screen or put to the side, you know what I mean, for later. I feel like we gotta see each individual power up. We gotta see them. We gotta see them boost because
same,
I feel like I don't feel like Chopper's grown like far as a boost. I don't feel like Nami's grown far as a boost, but I feel like Usopp's been working on Nami's weapon. I feel
right,
like Frankie's probably worked on Nami's weapon a little bit. I'm not sure. I feel like they both Frankie and Usopp worked on Sanji's, race suit, and I'm curious to see what Usopp implants as far as his his technology in his weapons, because like Usopp's been on the back burner. Have you noticed that?
He has. I'm thinking that okay, so there's two things. I always kind of wanted to see somebody eat a devil fruit and adjust to it. There are two things I'm
Yeah.
like legit praying for. Like, please, can Usopp's Kabuto eat a devil fruit and can Nami eat the Yuka Yuka no Mi? The Yuka Yuka no Mi would the snow fruit, by the way, would completely suit
Okay.
Nami, and I think Usopp's devil fruit, not Usopp's weapon, like his slingshot having a devil fruit, will be pretty sick and a good power up.
Um, you know what? You know what's funny? Doesn't his devil fruit take in water to like grow?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So never
Yeah.
mind. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I completely
But what
forgot
if
about
he
that.
but what if he made a new weapon though? What if he made a
Yeah,
completely new weapon and like he integrated with a devil fruit
yeah,
somehow?
that's true.
It'd be interesting.
So, also Nami, you think she'll eat the Yuki Yukonomi?
Where is it?
Well,
I feel
here's the
like
thing.
I feel
The
like she
Yuki
has to
Yuki.
find it.
Well, here's the thing. The Yuki Yukonomi went on. I'm pretty sure you've heard this theory, right?
I'm not sure.
Monet dies, right? There were two
Oh,
fruits that we saw.
Monet.
There was
Ah,
two things that happened. There were two fruits close by. There were those apples that were completely overtaken by the gas, and then there were
yeah,
those. And then there was the tangerines on Nami's orchard. But I'm pretty
right.
sure the boat was closer than the apples, so it would have gone to either of those two. So the big theory is that the Yuki Yuko no Mi jumped to one of the tangerines in Nami's um orchard, and she
Right.
gonna eat that.
Oh, I mean, I know Nami's like, I mean, I'm not trying to put it out there, but like, she's pretty much fan service, and like, her like not being able to like take baths and stuff like that, it would be a disadvantage to her as a woman. You know what I mean? And I feel like
Well,
I don't know if Oda would go that route.
mm,
I'm not, or the editors maybe. Like how the editors are.
yeah,
They're like very strict. I mean, they're yes men, but like at the same time, it's
they're
like
yes men, but not.
they wouldn't want to go that far left, with the yeses. They're like, no, no,
Mhm.
Oda, we need water, we need water. I don't.
Cause,
I'm not sure.
but the thing
But
is though.
but then but
Oh
then look
yeah,
at Robin. But then look at Robin. You know what I mean? And then
well,
think
she
about
just needs
how
hockey. The woman needs hockey, and she's just
right.
like once she learns hockey, she'll go so far up because just imagine her taking on. But the thing with the Straw Hats is they all got to get some big power ups though, because let's be real. People want to act like this ain't gonna happen, but EOS they're gonna be Roger Pirates level or above. Luffy said that numerous times.
Right.
So they're all gonna have to, even though it seems like just a bunch of plot and stupidity and dumbness right now. Oda, even if he does it by a ton of plot holes, is gonna have to push them up to that level at some point. And
I
that
feel like
point
Oda's go ahead.
probably gonna start in this arc.
Yeah. I feel like Oda's gonna find some way to incorporate everyone into
Yeah.
like forming this big bad group, like of bad artists. And like I feel like Usopp is gonna have his real moment to shine and like not win on default, from just from like a mishap. And I feel like he's gonna actually have a showdown where it's like to the death. Like it's gonna be on the lines, and like he's gonna prevail, and like he's gonna win. Or
I,
it could go down the other route where he's, he I don't know. I'm
I think
just
Usopp gonna die.
yeah,
Like
that's what I was
EOS.
gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. But like I'm not sure if I want to go that route and just say Usopp's gonna die, because I love Usopp. I love
I
Usopp,
know, I
and
feel you, I feel you.
yeah,
But speaking of devil fruits in particular, so do you know who Monkey Reek is?
Monkey Reek.
Or
Is
Monkey
he
Rick?
in B? Is he in BDA or?
Nah, he's this YouTuber. He's this anime YouTuber who got tons of channels. He's got Phantom Man, a Hunter channel with 13K subs, Monkey Rick, One Piece channel with like 7.8K subs or 8K. Then he's got like a
Yeah.
7 Deadly Sins one, My Hero Academia. He's just got a ton of channels. But he made
Wow.
this video that went pretty viral that was talking about angel fruits. And it just struck me. I was like, hold up. There's devil fruits. What if there was angel fruits? What do you think of that? Like
Angel
the celestial
fruits.
dragons be using the angel fruits against the devil fruit users, and the celestial dragons don't eat devil fruits, they eat angel fruits, and they all have angel fruits, or like all the high ranking ones have angel fruits, or something
Yeah.
like that. What'd you think of that prospect?
It would be interesting. It would be like the power scaling would shift completely if that was the case. Because I don't know how you would like get past a whole lot of fandom going insane over angel fruits. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some
Yeah.
people will gripe over it. I feel like people will gripe over it to the death of them. You know what I mean? Like, why would Oda do that? Why would Oda do that? Why would Oda do that? Even though he already introduced the time fruit, which can only go forward and not backward. Thank God. And
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I'm just it'll boggle my mind if Oda actually had put angel fruit in there at a time like this, and like it changed the game completely.
Or
I
you know
mean,
what
and we
I
still got to get it. Go ahead.
or I was saying maybe it would be something like there are only angel fruits. The angel fruits are all but extinct except for one angel fruit, and Imusama has it. I think that'd fit.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Because I'm curious to see if he or she actually has one, and I'm also curious to see where are the D's. You know what I mean? Like where are they hiding? If they
I'm
are
pretty
hiding,
sure it's gonna be the last island
yeah,
because, and also I just really hope we see Luffy's mom because everybody was saying Oda said should be ugly, but apparently the translation it seemed like he was saying should be like stern and almost like an ugly personality, almost like Sakura always punching Naruto or something.
or like Nami.
Yeah, like Nami. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I kind of really want to see his mom.
yeah. I wouldn't mind that. I haven't thought too
What
much about Luffy's mom. I'm not sure if she passed or not. I'm not even sure
right.
if she because I know Dragon would like. I cannot wait to see Luffy and Dragon if they ever
I
meet.
know.
And I can't wait to see like the interactions. Like, is Dragon just as goofy as Luffy underneath all that hard exterior, or is he?
I
I don't
think he is
know.
because there was one panel I forget exactly what he said, but he made a face that was exactly like Luffy's.
Right.
No, right. It was when Koala was asking him, like telling him about Luffy. Dragon was like that Luffy bored face. So I think that might actually be the case. And on the subject of like Dragon's abilities or his connection with Luffy's mother or whatever, I've tried to think of like theories surrounding all those things, but until I was like, you know what? No matter how hard I try, I'm creditless. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Right.
You're creditless when you get into those waters. It's all speculation. Like even in my video when I was saying how strong is Morgan's, the only thing we have to know is that he's got a devil fruit and he's
Yeah.
was is an underworld boss. I said in the video everything beyond this is speculation because sometimes it's a struggle, but I try not to present my speculations as credible theories.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
feel like. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying. So Dragon, his hard exterior, Luffy goofiness, I definitely think is possible because I think we might have even seen a hint of that.
Yeah. How do you feel about Garp? Because like, I feel like Garp and Luffy are very similar. Like,
They
they,
are.
I feel like Luffy would go down the path of Garp and not Dragon. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like so Garp is very intelligent, but he's still a goofball at the
Yeah.
inside. And like, I just don't want to see Luffy go down that his path as a man, and go down his own path as a man. You know what I mean? I don't want
Yeah.
to see him. I don't want to see him, get all tough up, in front of his father. I want him to still be him,
No,
but
I think
like
he will
be,
be
be but like
because
be hardier. You know
right.
what I mean?
We've always seen that Luffy deviates from the path of his family members. Like even Luffy and even Ace and Sabo. Just look, Ace
Right, right.
became one of the top commanders of a strong man. Sabo became
Yeah.
one of the top commanders of a strong man. Luffy goes and becomes the strong man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
And
Luffy's always kind of deviated from that. And even though I think he still will be kind of a little bit similar to Garp, like how Garp is goofy, he just won't act tough because like when Oda drew Luffy when he's 40 years old, the resemblance to Garp was definitely there. You couldn't really see Dragon, but you could definitely see Garp in that face.
yeah, I find it interesting that Oda's giving Dragon emotions. You know what I mean? Like he was
Yeah.
a bit worried for Sabo, and like we don't usually see that of Dragon. So it makes me wonder, like, who is Dragon?
Yeah,
Who
who
is
is Dragon? You kind
who
of
is the
wonder.
man? Yeah, it makes you wonder, and it makes you feel like, is Oda setting up Dragon to be a hard hat, or is he a tough guy, or is he a sensible guy? He could be a sensible guy like Zoro. You know what I mean? He could be hard but still care. And I
Right.
feel like ever since we found out that Dragon always faced to the left, or was it to
Hmm.
the left or the right? Whenever he was on that one island that got ransacked by the Marines because of uh because of who was it? It was the champion guy,
Oh,
Burgess.
Burgess, yeah, yeah.
Ever since Dragon was looking towards the left, where Luffy position was over in the East Blue, it makes you wonder: are you really tough?
I
Are
don't think
you
he is.
really? Are I mean, he could be. He has to be.
Well,
He
he's
has
like
to be because
tough.
like
I feel
he
like
has an army.
I feel like he's sensible but still fun loving, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like Zeph. Like
Right.
Zeph. I feel like I feel like he will fit into the world of One Piece. He has to. Like, you cannot have a character that just doesn't fit into the world of One Piece. You know what I mean?
Right. But did you notice how Koala was telling him off with the whole Luffy thing? Kind of resembling Nami telling Luffy off. That's why I'm kind of thinking he probably is going to be a bit, less hard and tough than we think. But he's going to have the intellect. He's going to have the
Right.
intellect, the ability to lead, the ability to toughen up when need be. But when he doesn't need to toughen up, he's not going to necessarily be that hard, imposing man. That's kind of what I'm thinking Dragon might be right now. But of course, we need more information later on in the story as the story progresses.
That'd be very cool to see. I hope we get to see that in very soon. I would say. I wouldn't say like I hope we get to see it like later. I mean like very soon, because like it's very important
Right.
to like not deviate enough, like too far away from what we just seen. And like I know we're gonna go back to Wano. I know we could go back to Wano, but like, are we gonna see a little bit more of the revolutions? Are we gonna see a little bit more of Buggy
Right.
now, the warlords or the former warlords? And are we gonna see more of Kobe?
Are
Or
we
are
gonna
we
see
gonna see
Mihawk's bounty?
yes, are we gonna see
I don't know.
bounties? And
I
like,
was so hoping for his bounty when all the warlords were
what
being
if the
shown,
anime
but
shows it?
hmm?
What if the anime shows it instead?
That'd be a bit stupid, I feel like, because
I mean, it'll take a little bit longer to like see it fleshed out, but like,
right.
I don't know, because I feel like in
Well, I
that
feel like
chapter, go
if the
ahead.
anime shows up but the manga doesn't, everybody's gonna be saying not canon bounty, not canon bounty.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. But I feel like in that chapter there was a lot of there was a lot of time going back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like time segueing towards like the next part. And I feel like they were trying to fill it out. I feel like they're gonna have to fill it out in the anime. Like they're gonna show like multiple scenes getting fleshed out. but I don't feel like they're gonna show the newspaper though, and like I don't know where it's gonna. I don't know where it's gonna go at the end of it, and I guess
Yeah.
we just gotta wait the next chapter. You know what I mean? And luckily, there's no break.
Yeah. Oh, there's no break. Like I was shocked there wasn't a break between acts, but like we saw this with chapter 925. It just went from the world of Wano to the rest of the world, then went back to Wano. I think that's what's gonna happen next chapter, and we might
Yeah,
get more like insight on what's gonna happen at the beginning of Act 4. So that's something to
right.
look forward to. And I was gonna say something else that was pretty big, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that wasn't you. My mind just kind of does that a lot. Like I'll be thinking of something to say, but because I'm thinking of it, I won't remember it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll forget it as I'm beginning to say it. That's what it more
Right.
is.
Yeah. It
But
happens to me a lot.
yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. But Kobe, so with the whole sword thing, like how strong do you think the sword unit is?
Uh, it depends on like how deep it is. Like, do you feel like Gar could be, a part of that as well? Because
Probably
like you
not.
did. I
Stealth
mean,
isn't a Monkey D family thing, you know what I'm saying? They're more kind of hard hitters. Because even though Dragon did kind of use stealth to save Luffy from Buggy, but I feel like that was probably. I guess Dragon is kind of a stealth guy. We've seen Dragon do a lot of stealth things, but like Luffy and
yeah.
Garp, definitely they're not the stealth type of person.
Okay. How do you feel about Helmelpo being rear admiral? Like
Oh,
right
he's a
now,
rear admiral.
I'm not sure. But like,
Oh,
even if they didn't show
right.
Helmelpo, like, how do you feel about him being a rear admiral, like
I
right
ac-
next to Kobe?
so here's the thing with Helmappo. I actually made a theory about it a while back. It was called Zoro's Marine Rival. I feel like if Zoro has a marine rival, it's gonna be Helmappo because we know that Helmappo uses his um Kopesh, I think they're called. Let me just see. I think they're called Kopesh. Zoro said, or not Kopesh, it was like I forget what it was, but it was that weird shaped sword. And Zoro said,
Right.
quote, it takes a man of good those are hard swords to use. Like saying, Helmapo, you got skills to be able to wield those. And Helmapo and Zoro go as far back as Luffy and Kobe. When Luffy met Kobe, that was around the time Zoro and Helmapo met, and Helmapo had Zoro crucified up on the like had him crucified up there. So the fact that their
Yeah.
history goes that far back and their beef goes that far back, I feel like Helmapo's gonna kind of be trailing just behind Kobe, so he's gonna also be fighting Zoro, like sometimes, maybe not like equally with Zoro, but he's probably gonna definitely be fighting Zoro since they got that much history, and Zoro even acknowledged his swordsmanship briefly.
Yeah.
So that I feel like Helmapo, if he's a real admiral, that's I don't think that's out of left field. I think that's a reasonable thing to happen.
How do you feel about Helmelpo's hockey blooming and like he's
I would love
third?
that.
Yeah. I think it's time. I think it's about time that it happened because, like, if Kobe's a real admiral already, since 903, since chapter 903, and like he's already skyrocketed like two ranks up, I feel like it's time for him up to just get a surge
Right.
boost, you know. But then
Because
it puts me in. Go ahead.
nah, keep going, keep going.
It puts me in a position to wonder, like, what, like, where's Tachigi in all of this? Where's
Right,
Smoker
where
in all of this? Yeah.
Tashigi's
Um.
gonna be Zoro's girl. No, I'm kidding. Well, maybe. I don't know. But
it
I was
be,
saying Kobe's rate of growth from the time skip is equal to that of Luffy's kind of, but Luffy was just already stronger than him from the get-go. I feel like
yeah.
Oda might have has kind of messed Kobe up a little bit because I feel like when Kobe met Luffy on a Water 7 and at Marineford, he should have had it so that Kobe was stronger in relation to Luffy than he was, because now any way Kobe catches up to Luffy, whatever the reason, that will mean that Kobe's rate of growth is stronger than Luffy's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that was kind of like a bad notice part. Of course, I'm not the mangaka, but that's just one thing about Kobe. Well, this was a great stream, but I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I got some things to do. It was a fun
Yeah, that's
stream.
fine.
You enjoyed
Yeah,
the
it was a
stream?
fun stream. It was a fun
Yeah,
stream.
and you
I just had like a quick thought in my head. Like, what if Kobe's like ready level in fishing or swimming?
he's already.
I mean, like, what if he's Rayleigh level in swimming?
Oh,
Like,
I think that's a pretty possible thing because we saw him swimming like he a rocket out here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
he
think that
did.
yeah. I actually kind of put Kobe at Doflamingo level, and a lot of people are saying, "What's your issue, bro?" Or maybe not Doflamingo level, but a little bit under, because I'm feeling like Kobe's
Or
like
young Dofi.
right. Because the thing is, Kobe's going to have to make a giant hop that seems like plot and unrealistic at some point. Like he's gonna have to do it sometime because of the way Oda has set him up. So Kobe's
Can
gonna
we
have
just
to do that at some point.
can we speak on it right now? How
Speak
you feel
on.
about Kobe like surpassing Sanji?
Yeah, yeah. I think he's surpassed Sanji already. Because Raid Suit
I
Sanji,
mean,
what? Hmm?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's very possible to
I
like
think
see
so.
Kobe.
I
Yeah,
think so. Because yeah, I think Kobe's. I honestly think Kobe's stronger than lots of Vice Admirals. He's for sure stronger than Maynard and Bastille.
right,
But I think if the theory that Sword is kind of quote unquote good um Marines within the Marines, like a coalition of them, if that theory is correct, it would make sense that Kobe's only rear admiral if the people like Akainu are stunting him because they don't like Sword, or Sword was originally just a Marine group, but Sword has kind of grown. Has they have say Sword has very strong ideals about the Marines and changing the Marines. Members of
right.
Sword might be being stunted.
That'd be
That could
interesting.
be that could be a possible thing. So yeah, and then the whole thing with Kobe. Wait, what were we saying about Kobe? It just slipped out my head.
Kobe being like Rayleigh level in swimming,
Yeah, Kobe.
or he's climbing close to Rayleigh level in swimming. Like he'll be
I
able to
think
take on
so.
it.
I think
Like
so.
he'll be able to take on Sea Kings like in no time. I feel
Uh huh.
like
Well, I think he already can probably. My man can swim.
yeah, he can
He can
swim.
swim. He can swim.
But facing the Sea King though,
Sea Kings aren't honestly that Shirahashi would be OP is because of the sheer number. It's almost like Sea Kings. It's like Sea Kings are strong, but once you get like even a little bit strong, like Bartolomeo, his barriers could take on a Sea King. I'm not trying to sleep
yeah,
on Sea Kings because I know one bit off Shank's arm, but like, let's be real. That was a bit. The reason the Sea King bit off Shank's arm was because one, Shanks gave it up for the new generation. I know, but I think the biggest reason
yeah.
was that it was the first chapter of the series, and things weren't completely fleshed out yet.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Shanks saves Luffy in the beginning, and Shanks saves Kobe like in the turning point
Oh,
of
yo, you right. You right. That never occurred
and
to me
like
before. I don't know why.
and like Kobe's been climbing up the ranks, and like
Ever
I
since
feel
then.
like yes, and
Yo,
like
you right. You right.
and I feel like he has to have like a D. Kobe has to have like a D or something. Like, cause like his parents were like pirates, right? Or
Kobe's
whatnot.
parents
And
were.
like,
Oh yeah.
was his parents pirates or in the
Wait,
beginning?
I forgot that Kobe's parents were pirates. I'm not
And
really.
like, I was that Frankie? Because I remember Frankie parents were pirates, but I think Kobe parents were not good people. I don't believe.
I don't remember that. That might have been the thing. I'm. I know. I'm going to the One Piece wiki because people hate on the wiki. The wiki can trip, but let's be real. The wiki also is like, big fans like you or me who are just trying to type what they saw in the chapter. So
Yeah,
if I go to the history past, um, I'm not seen anything about his Oh, he
Yeah.
had intended to board a ship for a fishing trip, but he got on the wrong ship. I'm not seeing anything about his
Oh
parents.
wow. Okay, okay.
Ye?
Well, I'm pretty sure his parents probably found that he's a Marine and probably happy for him. But
Yeah.
yeah, if this all we got, if this all the time we got, bro, I'm gonna let you end it.
Alright. Well, this was a dope stream. I feel like we could have kept going,
Yeah, we could have.
but
I didn't
you
mind.
stream hopping too, right?
Yeah, I'm stream hopping. I don't know when he's gonna start, but
Alright.
he's gonna start after Townsy finish Hunter stream on the Twitch.
Oh,
You
there's a
know,
Hunter x
from
Hunter stream on Twitch. Whose stream is it?
it's Sir Townsy, and yeah, it's Sir Townsy, but Tony the Prophecy is streaming on YouTube, and
Mm,
he wants me, him, and Trent and Townsy to get together and just catch up on things because like he hasn't been streaming lately,
mm.
and he hasn't been doing
Speak.
YouTube, as of
Yeah.
late, So
Speaking of streams, I should hop on these more because like I haven't really streamed with Trent or Silveries, even though Silver just got his big break because of Brago, but we
yeah,
haven't really I haven't really been hopping on streams with much people other than Z Boy and Vulture Valley. I haven't even streamed with Valen yet, so we'll see how streams work out in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Frozen Dawn. His channel link will be in the description. And like, subscribe, turn on notifications for more One Piece content. Share the stream if you found it enjoyable. And again, please subscribe to Frozen Dawn and me if you haven't to me already. Frozen Dawn's got some great content. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.
peace.